with Heart Tulin Center, and we partnered with the Tulin Foundation and with PAIR, a nonprofit that provides services for homeless youth. The project we did was a self-defense, anti-aggression training program for the homeless youth that receive services at PAIR. We came in once a month and we worked with the kids for 3 hours each time. Our intention was really to, was violence prevention for these kids, to help them break out of the cycle of violence that many of them have experienced in their life by providing them effective alternatives to responding to aggression. To do so calmly, to have the skills and confidence to walk away if they need to. But bottom line, also the skills to protect themselves in very dangerous situations that they find themselves in. Well, there's a number of things that inspired me to do the project. The art that we train in here, Pukulan Cimindi Tulin, it was developed in Indonesia by our teacher, Mas Guru Gon Willie Wetzel, and the head of our art now, Mas Guru Gon Barbara Nigel, was his student. It's very much a part of this art that we open our doors, that we be part of the community, that we bring peace and help people have the skills to live safe, healthy, happy lives. And that's always been a big part of my training. So it was an opportunity for many of the women that are interested in being involved in community action, community change, bringing safety, violence prevention, to work in an area that we had never worked with before. I mean, to work directly with homeless youth that often have come in right off the street that moment that we're there to teach. Well, this project was definitely on my mind to do. And the thing about having the grant was it was a way to pull it together. It was a way to make the connection with PAIR. It was a way to make the connection with the Tulin Foundation. It was a way to organize volunteers within our organization. Personally, I think I would have gone down there and taught self-defense one way or another. But because we had some funding and some structure and goals to reach, we were able to bring a lot more people into it and be much more effective. Sometimes it was about having a conversation that was meaningful, and sometimes it was about teaching them to fall, and sometimes it was about teaching them very effective, simple ways to protect themselves. And sometimes it was about breathing techniques and how to stay calm. It was so improved me as an instructor, and I learned so much from these kids. Imagine living on the street, not for a night, not for 2 nights, but for months, sometimes for years. What their sense of survival is huge, and they taught me a lot about what it means to get through challenges, to stay safe, and it was just a fantastic relationship. I have thought about civic leadership for a bit now since you gave me this question, and I'm going to answer it in several parts. I think, first of all, it means letting go of, as individuals, of our denial about the challenges our community faces. Homelessness, poverty, sexual assault, violence, they are real, they exist, and they affect and impact the lives of many, many people in our community. And it serves no one well to turn away from that, or to rationalize it, or to justify it, or to think it's somebody else's neighborhood, somebody else's family. It really impacts all of us. And so I think moving away from that. And then with that said, I think as individuals moving forward with a real feeling of what is possible. We are an abundant society. We have plenty of resources, talent, compassion, money. We have it all. And if we just see that, and as individuals make our own personal commitment to sharing what we have, what our own talents are, what our own resources are, we can have a huge impact on our community. And so it's kind of about just getting out of our own way and having the confidence and just take the leap of faith. And when we see something that needs to be done, not wait for somebody else to do it, but to step up and do the very best we can.